what I have seen is that now, I mean, this is a change, that the power of the market has to be harnessed for innovation to become big. See, today, like, say, Flipkart. Now, Flipkart is still making losses. We couldn't have been successful without making money even in first 5-10 years. Today, you can be actually loss leader. If you blow $1 billion, you are the best guy. So this is what the global market is offering you, unlimited capital. And you are talking about $20 billion.
You're too cautious if you're making money.
Pardon?
You're too cautious if
Too
you're
cautious.
making money.
Yeah, actually the valuation goes down.
Yeah.
So, so you have to harness the power of markets. And not only Indian markets, global markets. Why you have to list in India? Why you have to look at the jokers like us to value you? You can go to NASDAQ, you can go to the anywhere, I mean, you'll be valued. So it is all about the innovation, power of innovation. And power of markets have to be harnessed. So regulators and see the power that even political power, the ministries and all, particularly the SEBI and I mean, they should be really thinking through how do I use the global market power to entice the global capital here, because global capital is very innocent and they're looking for extra yield or extra profits, and they can bear the risk which nobody can bear. They're willing to blow billions. I mean, if you're buying a loss-making company at $20 billion, you imagine what kind of a faith that this company is going to make after, I don't know when they're going to make. And yet they're, I mean, Warren Buffett himself has bought into Paytm by paying $325 million for some 7-8% or 10%. Obviously, he has bought a ticket to sit in the board.
Correct.
This is not his serious equation. If he understands the game here, he is going to come with a serious bout of money. So this is a very different pace of capitalism. So if you want to really use the power of new phase of capitalism, the regulators and the fathers of the market, Mr. Limay himself could be one of them, helping. But you have to think through. You have to be imaginative to harness the power of markets.
Understood.
The point I was saying was that when it's a place of greed. Greed is good in the market.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a global greed. I mean, 10 billion is smaller than like 20 billion, that kind of thing. It's all now, new million is a billion. So what happens is one guy makes money. I remember in 2003 to 2005, Bharti Airtel got listed and they had a tough time, and then they got it going, the mobile phone. It was the biggest innovation in India. We didn't have phones. For this country of 1.3 billion, we have 50 million fixed phone lines. And I'm talking about 2003, 2004.
Yeah.
And there was no way they could put up those phone lines. So this was unconnected country in 2003. Today we have more than 1 billion phones, thanks to the innovation of cell phones.
Correct.
Now, I could see these guys are going to make tons of money. That was in 2003. $25 price. The stock went from 25 to 1200 in 3 years. It created one of the biggest disruptions in the market cap creation, the pace of market cap creation. That led to 2G scam. Every single joker in this town, they wanted to get a license, and they got the license. And we created all the mess here. So the greed of market cap is unbelievable in India, and I think worldwide is even bigger. So, and the money is blind. So, not at the VC stage. But what happens is that that success of one big guy led to the seeding of 17 licenses.
Yeah.
So this is what happens. If you see one guy successful and he's got market cap, like say Uber got market cap. You saw how many taxi company came in India. Now Ola is also actually competing. So this is because Ola is not listed, now they've got the market cap. But Uber has got market cap globally. And hence, Ola also got some competing market cap. And I don't know how many more Olas, 1, 2, 3, 4 got done. So I think capital market has a very, very important role to play. And it doesn't work directly that can I go for $500,000 to the markets? Of course not. Yeah. That's not possible. Yeah. But markets finally have huge role to play for I mean, the guys to become...
The scale-out guys.
Yeah, and the ITNs to actually dedicate their career. Because ultimately, it's not the money that important.
Sure.
Somebody is risking his prime career at the age of 25 to become entrepreneur and stack his 10 years, that prime time, to take up whatever he loves. And that comes out of the greed of creating, sale value or market cap.
Sure.
One sec, I was writing somewhere, and I realized that actually the failed companies, see, mortality rates are very low. In this, the 1 out of 100 they fail, or probably 1 out of 1,000 only succeed, and 9. But those failed companies, they create more jobs in the economy. And this is what the planning commission and whosoever that be, they don't understand that we must encourage failure. We must have millions of companies fail because they fundamentally, nobody works free of cost there. So that job creation is a continuous, and that's what is there in America. And a failed guy is not a bad guy. But here, that failing is not, socially also it will take some time, but the taxation, the regulation is so bad. Why do you need a fund to come in? Why can't I independently give 5 crores to somebody and start a venture? But then the hassle of the taxation and everything is so high. Why do you have taxation at all for the guys who are less than 10 years old? For some size or something. Some crazy kind of attraction has to be given.
Created.
And there is nothing. You're not losing anything. It's just that if this guy becomes so much, why IT became so big? The biggest innovation India has done in the last 20 years, IT. From nothing, we've become 120, 130 billion, and the world is scared of IT from India. Why? Yeah. Because you gave 10 years tax-free software technology park scheme. And some crooks came. But you produce Infosys, you produce TCS, you produce Infosys. Correct. So focus on what is good and not on the bad. The regulators are always worried about, you misuse hoega, that misuse. So I think that environment is very required, very strong.
Great point.